Welcome to Alive with Amanda. We're going to talk today about how to make money accepting insurance. So I think there's this, misconception that you're not going to make any money taking insurance, and that is a huge pain. And so I will tell you, when I was in solo practice, every single year that I was in practice, except for my first year when I was building and I was only in practice for about 6 months, I had a 6-figure revenue. And so I brought in over $100,000 from my insurance-based practice. And so it is doable depending on what your goals are, depending on maybe where you live, and depending on how you utilize your insurance-based practice. So the first thing that you want to do if you are thinking about accepting insurance is find out who the highest paying insurance panels in your area are. That's always going to be a really good bet for you, because if you are on the fence about taking insurance, but you really want to build a caseload quickly, or maybe you just don't like to market. Like, that's the other reason people take insurance. Like, a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but when you have a private pay practice, you do have to do a fair amount of marketing. Some people do not want to have to go out and do talks and go to networking events and, spend money on Google AdWords or whatever that it takes to build up a private pay practice. It's not the only way to do it, but it's a very common way to do it. By accepting insurance, you're gonna get phone calls. And so find out the 1 or 2 highest paying insurance panels and take those ones, and take half your clients in insurance and half your clients in private pay. The other way to really utilize this is by really working out of network benefits. Submit for your clients on behalf of them an out of network claim for them, or be sure to give them a super bill every single month. That is very enticing to clients. I know that you can very easily do this through an electronic health record, like TherapyNotes, for instance, and it is really easy to do. A lot of the times, insurances out of network will pay you your full fee, especially if the client has hit their out of network deductible. We find at the beginning of the year that might be a little bit harder because a lot of clients haven't hit their deductible, but certainly in the last 6 months of the year, people are super eager to use out-of-network benefits because they've hit whatever deductible that they need. So don't feel like just because you're private pay that you can't submit anything on behalf of your client. Then the other thing is to see how accepting insurance will keep your caseload full. To me, this is just me, it's better to have 3 clients at $105 that an insurance maybe reimburses than 1 client at $150, right? Because I'm like, wow, I'll make $315 versus only $150. Now, granted, okay, I've made $150 an hour. Maybe I haven't had to do a little extra paperwork, but for me, time is money, and I would rather my time be filled. Right? I would rather my schedule be filled with clients than to have maybe a smaller caseload at a higher rate, because for me, when I was in solo practice, I wanted to make this a business for me. I knew I wanted to hit 6 figures, and I was really, really adamant in making that happen. And insurance actually made it very easy to do that, and very quickly to be able to do that. And so I'm not saying you have to take insurance. Maybe your ideal client is going to be private pay anyway. So no judgment either way. No judgment if you want to take insurance, and no judgment if you decide not to take insurance. But there are paths to making money in accepting insurance. I'm going to give you another way that you can make money accepting insurance. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you have an insurance-based practice, using TherapyNotes is really simple. You input your client, you write the note, you could submit the claim directly through the insurance, and you get paid. And it's really that easy, and everything reconciles so easily in TherapyNotes. And so I really love using TherapyNotes to keep track of all my financials for my practice. What's been paid, what's pending, what still needs to be submitted. There's reports for everything. And so if you are ever thinking of accepting insurance, I want you to check out TherapyNotes, because they make it really easy to utilize. And they have a free telehealth option. So it's so great. So I want you to check out TherapyNotes. So going back to insurance, The other cool thing about insurance is that you can, a lot of the times, do supervisory billing for interns. So if you wanted to hire an intern for your practice, you can go ahead and do that. And then you can have some like multiple streams of income, or you can build a group practice pretty easily with insurance. And a lot of the times people just want to come in, see clients and not do any of the back end. And so when you accept insurance, it makes it really easy to also fill up other clinicians. So I think accepting insurance really opens you up for a lot of different possibilities. So don't get worried that insurances aren't going to pay you and that's going to be too much paperwork. Yes, there is paperwork, but paperwork is a part of our practice anyways. And yes, sometimes they might not pay you, but the amount that they don't pay you really is not necessarily going to be comparable to the amount that you really could make in a way that is really going to be meaningful for your practice. And if you have a good biller on your side and you have a good electronic health record, it's going to really ease some of those issues related to non-payment from insurance. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.